No, it's okay. Oh, there's some trim.
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. Okay, I heard that. One fish, two fish. Okay, I heard that. One fish, two fish. Let's take the volume up. Up the volume. Take the volume up. Up the volume. Take the volume up. Up the volume. Take the volume up. No, I think my sound's a little better actually. No, I think my sound's a little better actually. Yeah. A little better actually. Yeah. And that's the reason why the mic wasn't working. Yeah. And that's the reason why the mic wasn't working.
Pay attention.
Hey Charles, how are you doing?
Pay attention.
Hey Charles, how are you doing?
Pay attention.
Hey Charles, how are you doing?
Pay attention.
Hey Charles, how are you doing? Hey Charles, how are you doing? Hey Charles, how are you doing? Wait, sound check is good here. Sound check is good here. Sound check is good here. I double checked the mic software and I updated that. Double checked the mic software and I updated that. Double checked the mic software and I updated that. Let's get rid of the echo. The mic software. That's the wrong one. The echo. The mic software. All right, let's check YouTube. I don't know. Does it sound any better to you? Hello, YouTube. YouTube looks frozen. Why are you frozen, YouTube? Hello, YouTube. YouTube looks frozen. Why are you frozen, YouTube? All right, I unfroze YouTube. Hello, YouTube. YouTube looks frozen. Why are you frozen, YouTube? All right, I unfroze YouTube. Hello. Actually, I think that's sounding better. So I actually went to, apparently Blue Yeti was acquired by Logitech at some point. I checked on, was a firmware update. And they also have a filter thing. So I got that started. So of course my mic wasn't recognized by OBS after that. But we're good now. I'm going to render a few thumbnails of this. Rocket Gal is getting really close to being done. Really, really, really close. I just keep going through and I keep finding just these little things I gotta fix. And then I actually have to pose it and make sure it still poses right. So we're getting really close on this. I'm going to render a few. I'm going to finish up these H material files. This might be the last files, unless I need to tweak anything after doing some pose tests. So we're going to do this. I got to resave these because I forgot to save it with the helmet settings. I changed the helmet, so of course the H materials stopped working with that because that's just the way H materials roll. Hey, that's not the exactly same helmet that was in here before. We're not going to change those materials. That's the way H materials roll. It has to be saved exactly right, or H materials is just going to take a shit and not do anything. So anyhow, let's do this. Also, it looks weird because I have everything loaded on here that can be done. So the undone and the done versions are sitting here on top of each other. It's a little janky looking, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just want to make sure. I think I've got the undone jacket hidden right now, so we're going to just get that back in here. Okay, so this is, so I'm going to apply black version. And I think black version looks like it's working, except for the helm. It needs to be redone. I got to reapply the steel helmet. Then we just got to resave this. So we go back over here, reselect Genesis 8, back into the hierarchical material presets, and resave that as black. And then we're going to work on maybe some morphs, and then we still have makeup. So that's what we're going to do morphs for. I'm going to get the starter basic morphs set up for the summer blush outfit. I still have to do fixing up the, also maybe we'll do the morphs for the necklace for the Genesis 9. And I'm lost. I'm saving a hierarchical material preset. There we go. This is the black version. I'm going to say yes. We're going to not save that for the Genesis 8, but save it for everything else and accept. Should be good. All right, this is the blue. Everything is looking fine on the blue, except for the helmet, which needs to be chrome version. So that's probably the chrome version. Genesis 8 again, back over here. They have a hierarchical material preset. Select the blue, save. Yes, we're overwriting. We're not going to save the Genesis 8 female, but we do want to save everything else. And that should be good. All right, now we'll just do the red. I'm going to resave. That's actually probably, that looks like it came in good. I am going to just resave that though, just to be sure. That was the wrong button. Try that again. That was a scene subset. I didn't want a scene subset. I wanted a hierarchical material preset. What are you doing? Did you not save? Oh, I got the wrong thing selected. I have to select the Genesis 8. There you go. All right, we're going to resave the red just to make sure we're good. Uncheck that. Accept this. This is going fast because these have already been saved and they still say H material, so it's thinking it doesn't have to update the database. It's probably good. I'm going to just resave brown too, just to be sure. I'm going to render some thumbnails for the Genesis 9 version. I'm going to leave this alone for today. Well, I mean for stream. I'll probably go back and double check stuff and fix and tweak things again. So a few days, this might be on the secret server. Hit you, view, say yes, do that, accept this. All right, let's just run a quick, I'm just going to select something random in here. Just make sure these work. Okay, that looks like it updated. I should double check this and then come back to these. So I can see the helmet change. I am seeing a helmet change there. Black should go to the steel helmet. That worked. And then we go back to this. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to hide. But we're going to hide you. Then we'll go back to, there's a Genesis 9 hiding in here somewhere. There we go. You're mad at Daz? You bought a new product and got 2 texture packs to go with it. All of it was smart content. Of course, they did. Oh, they had it set up in 3 different areas. Oh, for crying out loud. So all of the material should be in the same spot, right? So you don't have to go fishing around. That's the idea. I take it. How annoying. Oh, bother. That's the reason for smart content. Put all that like stuff together. Not that I'm clever like that. I wonder if... See, I never use any of Valkyrie's texture sets for my stuff, so I don't know where they end up at. Tell you the truth. And so I would have to, and she wouldn't have the actual end product. Well, she could download it as a product. It's too convoluted. You would have to download like the zip file or something to share that to me so I could see what Daz was doing. Oh bother. Anyhow, I'm gonna double check these, make sure they all change everything properly. That did not seem to do anything. I'm still in the Genesis 8 folder. That's my problem. It's Daz who did it. That's right. So I would need to see the Daz final products to figure out. I don't know. I guess you could submit a report, but I don't know if it's worth the trouble. And honestly, my experiences, although I have had the fixed products, so apparently sometimes Daz will do something about it. Although my ancient history with Daz on fixing things is it's never happened. On the other hand, I have people say, hey, these textures are missing. Going, oh yeah, those are missing. I'll fix that and resubmit it to Daz. No. Am I in the right thing here? All right, let's try this. Main product shows up in Word, but the texture pack show up in materials. Because they're materials. But they should all show up in a similar spot, right? I don't know. I think that worked. We're double checking these. That looks like it changed properly. I've already double checked these, so they didn't show up in the main product. Oh, they showed up in their own. So when you go to the main product, you don't see those. You have to go dig them out, and then they're materials and smart content. Okay, that seems to be working. We're gonna hide. I'm gonna hide you. And then we're gonna render these the thumbnails. These are the thumbnails. I turn that a little bit so you can kind of see the rocket pack back there. Do that. It might be good enough. You know, I'm just gonna let this render all the way. And save you. I heard a noise. What did I hear a noise? Oh, hey, Lego Wars. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Did you just pop in? Did I miss you in chat? Did I even pronounce that right? I'm not. Hold on. I'm in the middle of saving something. I can't see. That's the right one. I do have thumbnails in here for this. Why do I not see them? I don't have to render thumbnails. We're good. It's an E-Room raid. E-Room, how are you doing, buddy? There's a big dyslexic cart for our good friend E-Room. In here hard with Peekaboo Draws, who also streams. And Memloss in here with the raid as well. Howdy, friends. I'm just finishing up a little bit of touches on this outfit here. I'm just making sure some things work. Then I'm going to go play with another outfit. That's what we're doing. And then I might play with doing makeup today as well for our Genesis 8 people. I think I'm good. I think I'm actually, those are done. I think for right now, until I double check everything and find stuff that's broken again, this outfit is. I have to start making promo pictures for this thing. So I don't know. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to render 4 promo images of the materials, and then we're going to move on. So I'm going to hit save on this. Tina French, welcome in with the raid. And why did I not see... Why am I not seeing YouTube in my chat? Hold on. Am I streaming on YouTube? I am streaming on YouTube. Hold on. Let me relaunch my chat. My chat isn't showing the YouTube side. That's the reason why. I got lucky and I saw the YouTube chat over on screen too. But anyhow, I'm using StreamerBot.io. They did say they have issues with YouTube running out of being able to do bot stuff with YouTube. So here, we'll try this again. I'm going to see if my YouTube might be, the bot may not be playing with YouTube today. Oh no, sorry YouTube. I'll get you back over here. Yeah, I'm not seeing my bot posting to YouTube. Let's try this again. Here, let's try a command. See if this works. That didn't make its noise. I did see that on YouTube though, so maybe I just needed to restart. Did I just type in the wrong command?
Is that a salami in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
All right, that works.
It's a salami.
Salami. Okay. I'm going to render some promo images for this. Then we're going to move on to the dress and get some worse in that. So let's do that. I got that saved. I'm going to save this again. File. Save as. We're going to save you as a scene. I'm going to save you as thumbs 2. We're going to change the proportions of this image a little bit. I'm going to accept that. And then we're going to here to render settings, general. I want is this to be 512, I think. Is that going to work? Let's make you a little bit wider. 350 and 512. I'm going to render that. We're going to render this without the background. Kind of turn this a little bit like that so we can see the backpack. So let's come over here. I'm going to not draw the dome. And draw ground is off. Okay. So I'm going to do this 4 times. R. I know, and it's the headless space gal. You could put a spooky skull head in there. That would look cool. All right, that's probably good enough. I'm going to save that. I'm going to stick this over here for just a second. I'm not sure where I'm saving at. Okay, I thought I was in a safe spot. Okay. All right, so we're going to save that, what we just rendered. And I'm going to put that over here in my promo directory. There is a star heart in here. I'm going to save you as Hierarchy Materials 01. Okay, now let's do the others. One render down. Oops, I don't have anything selected. Try it this way. All right, let's render that. I'm not doing the worn textures on this. I just kind of forgot. It's a lot of work. And I can't remember what I was doing with this. I might go back and eventually make worn textures. But for the time being, this is the way we're going. Just with the 4 basic brown, the red, the blue. I got the brown hero. You know, the red and the blue looks kind of like toy soldiers. And then black. Black's always Nazis. He sent the screenshot in the DM of what you're talking about. The way they have it set up. I have to remember the names of each of them. Oh no. That's annoying. All right, we're going to save you. You are HMO2. Right, we're going to do the blue one. I'm going to take a look at this screenshot while this is. Okay, we're going to render that. Pop, and then I can pop it within the disk rod. Look what Charles sent. I think I know what you're talking about, though, but. Oh, that's right. Each vendor likes to stick their own little cool name in front of it. Yeah, like in style CB back to basic texture add-on. Yeah. And they're not even grouped right together. That's even I don't know. That is kind of annoying. I mean, I suppose you could try to just sort on the name in smart content, but I don't. That's done. Let's save you. Gonna put you right there. These will go into the promos eventually. Hopefully I submit that this week. I need to get this over to Valkyrie though, so she can make textures for it. Strange thing is, in the content library, everything shows up in the same folder. Oh, yeah, it just has to do with the way they organize the smart content. Well, at least they put it in the same folder in the content. But you don't use the content library. I know, you don't like that. There we go, the black villain texture. You just can't see what it is without opening up everything, and it annoys you. Yeah, it's, well, right. Because we don't do smart content. Which actually, you know, it would really be all over the place if you let the PAs do it. We can barely put stuff in the proper folder structure. You kidding? Yo, Art, how are you doing? Okay, these are good. I'm gonna save this. You know what? I haven't shouted out Charles yet. Hey, everybody, check out my friend Charles. He may eventually stream. And someday I'm going to get it so that command shows up in YouTube. And do it yourself. Yeah, but you don't want to have to be doing it. It's annoying. It's it's like 5 to 15 minutes of your time that you could, be sleeping instead. Okay. All right, we're going to do file new. It's looking great. Thanks. I'm getting I'm at that stage where every time I test it, I just find one little more thing to do. Actually, I still want to put some adjustments on some of the harness straps. That's right. I still want to make some adjustment morphs for that. Ooh, co-stream on Monday. We could try that, yeah. I'm not sure how co-streaming works though. They've got the thing, right, in Twitch, where if you start streaming, you can play that invite or whatever. I don't know how that works. I'll try to brush up on it. See how we can do how that works. Taddy does co-streaming. Maybe there's a way to do it if you talk to, yeah. Well, that reminds me, we got to change the toilet command to Taddy. Let's do that before I forget. Also, I think I have to update where it points to, because I think it still points to toilet. Here, let's hunt down my stream. I still have all this shit in Streamlabs. I'm slowly gonna start moving it over to StreamerBot, I think. But I've got like dozens and dozens of commands sitting in Stream, and I'm just lazy. Streamlabs. No. Streamlabs. Let's go there. I'm gonna log in. Twitch. Be directing automatically. We're gonna go over to CloudBot. Let's see. I started using Streamlabs when I first started streaming, but then I don't know. They're a sketchy company. At least I heard things that made them sound sketchy. Then I moved over to OBS. Anyhow, here's CloudBot. So we're going to look at our commands. There's a toilet command in here somewhere. So we're going to edit toilet command. So that has to say Taddy Bidet now. We're going to make you say Taddy. There's your Taddy. I'm sure that's where it comes from. All right, let me just make sure we got Taddy Bidet. I got distracted by the crap that my browser brings up when I open up a new browser page. Taddy Bidet. There we go. Am I going to make you? All right. You know what? Here, I'm going to put this back to toilet, and we're going to point it to Taddy, and then we're going to make a Taddy command. We'll do that. That way you don't have to learn a new command. That's a good idea. That way, because I'm going to do the same thing. Taddy Bidet. Then we're just going to, I'm going to copy this. Check out the best poop emotes on Twitch. Copy that. We're going to save. We've updated the toilet command. Now we're going to add a command. Is it going to be Taddy? I'm just going to put the same thing there. And I need a toilet flushing command. I need a toilet flushing sound. We need to go get a toilet flushing sound. I'm going to confirm that. Oh, man. Another bot bites the dust. Another bites. Billy Roscoe, welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you pop in there. I went back to the one of the original ones, but you can see my customized. It kept my customized toolbars and my tabs in the right place. But the color is just one of the default colors. I'm not really happy with it, to tell you the truth. I can't see any of the hidden stuff. The contrast on hidden text, and by hidden text I mean if I can't show it right now. Like this right here. That is a hidden dial. I cannot see that number there. It is so hard to change colors in DAZ because you change a text color one spot and it changes a background color somewhere else. Oh, well, you can customize them. Sorry, I don't mind being distracted. That's fine. We're gonna add a sound command for toilet in a little bit here, but you can customize them. I forget where. I have done this before. Is it in customize? It is not in customize. It is. It's been a little while. Workspace. Style. Is it in style? Customize style. There it is. It's in style. Customize style. And you can reset the colors in here. The problem is text colors and background colors sometimes pull from the same spot. So it's like I change a text color here and then a background color somewhere else gets changed, and it is annoying. And the only reason I can think they did that is because DAZ Studio is so old. And they never fixed this. It's like back in the day, you probably were limited to like 16 or 32 or so many colors. Because otherwise, there's no real reason to make this text color the same as a background color somewhere. And the fact that it does that just annoys the hell out of me. Anyhow, I'm going to cancel that. I've been too lazy to go back and recustomize my colors, though. Whereas now I think I've just broke my background. Boy. Anyhow, I'm adding a sound effect for Taddy Bidet. That's what we're doing. We're going to do that with StreamerBot. I've been playing with adding sounds for everybody for StreamerBot. That's my latest thing. So we're going to set this up. I think I have to do I have to do 2 of these, or can I make it work with both? I think I have to do, I don't know. Let's find out. I haven't made one work with 2 different commands yet. We're going to do actions. I'm going to copy art's command. So when you type in !art, Streamlabs posts something in chat, and then this makes a sound. And so I'm going to duplicate this. There you go. So Streamlabs is generating the text, CloudBot, and this, although I'm going to start getting this to generate the text and start getting away from Streamlabs. I'm just lazy. That's a lot of work. I got a lot of commands. Come over here. I have to redo all of this stuff. I haven't even seen Shep in a while. I would still have to do that. I got to redo my raid commands. Willy command. All right, we're rewriting this one. I'm going to call you Taddy. Say okay. Can I add 2 commands? I think maybe I can add 2 commands. So I duplicate this? Duplicate. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? Copy, paste. Hey, Okay, then I can do. I'm going to create a command. I'm going to say Tatty. I'm going to say exclamation point Tatty. And I'm going to make that. I'm going to leave that available. Here, we're just going to make this for. I'm going to leave this available for everybody for right now. I'm going to say OK to that. And then we're going to change this one. I'm going to create a command. It's going to be toilet. Exclamation point toilet, because the toilet command is still going to work. And create a command there. Oops, wait. And so did I say OK to that? All right, now I need to change the sound. We did a toilet flushing sound. I'm going to use my elements. And here comes the part where an unpaid advertisement for a company. I use Envato Elements a lot. It's a couple $100 a year. I do get my use out of it. I'm going to put that over here for just a second. But it has so much stuff in it. Yo, Roomkin, you're off to the Lego store. Happy hunting, dude. You know, Legoland's not that far from where I live. Or a Legoland. There's probably lots of them now. Anyhow, let's I don't think I'm logged in. Hold on. I am logged in. Why am I not? Why am I not getting my regular browsing? I am. All right, we're going to do. Here we go. We're going to look for sound effects. I'm going to type in flush. See what we get here.
Audio Jungle.
Nope.
Audio Jungle.
Maybe. I'm going to stick that over to the side there. 8 seconds.
Audio Jungle.
I don't like that one.
Audio Jungle.
I'm not sure about that.
Audio Jungle.
It's a little long. Is this one? Maybe we just do a little short one. I think I might try that one. Let's try that one. Here, stop that. Let's take a look. Oh, I don't want to deal with PRO affiliations. It's just a complication. This one doesn't have an affiliation.
Audio Jungle.
So I think maybe I'm just going to use this one.
Audio Jungle.
No, that one's too long, actually. Let's see if we can find a better short one. Too long.
Audio Jungle.
That's not too bad. 8 seconds for a toilet flush. Let me see what the if there's any issues. All right, I like that because then I don't have to worry about shit. All right, so we're going to download you. Is it going to be part of my Streaming Spring 2025? Add and download. All right, we're going to go. I'm going to pop into my download directory, hidden over on screen 2 where you can't see it. Cut that toilet flush out of there. Put this into the sound folder. Which stuff? Is I forget where. Online. Which. And there's a folder in here called sound bits. There we go. Sound bites. Actually, I said bits. Place you right there. Pop into here. Check this out. All right, I'm going to go with that one. Toilet flush. Copy that. over here where I can see you. Then we're going to come over here and change this. That sound. There it is. Toilet flush. Open. Test. Maybe a little louder. Okay, I'm going to say okay on that. So this should be good. I'm going to put you over to the side. Let's check our Tatty command and see how it's going. So everybody check out our good friend Tatty Bidet. The artist formerly known as Toilet After Dark. I messed up my background color. Let me see if I can remember how that gets fixed again. We were just there. Customize style. Base, background color. I didn't even think I touched that. Wah. That's the wrong background color. Dang it. Now I can't see nothing. Are the colors part of my... Let me try this. Let me try to reset my style back to what I was just using. Chris can't see shit now. Select a style. I just go back to... Was I using Midnight? I think I was using Midnight. Hey, Alucard. 08, welcome in. Oh, I hear a buzz in here. Oh, yep. Hold on a second. We've got a hornet in the room. I'm gonna take care of this. Back in just a minute. I'll take you over to the Oddity box screen. I'll be right back. And by right back, meaning however long it takes me to get that hornet out of here. I'll be back. There we go. All right, I'm back. It even looks like, is that me? That looks like me. What am I doing in here? I'm working in Daz Studio. I'm going to try to add some morphs to clothes. That's what is on. And then maybe I'll do makeup a little bit later. But my background color got changed, and I want to put it back. I'm going to have to try to figure that out. It was somewhere in here. And the thing that said background wasn't actually this background color. what drives the background color again? I don't remember. It doesn't pull from. This get changed by any chance? So that's still whatever I was using before. So that looks good. So let's just take a look at, let's see if I can do this without breaking things again. Style, customize style, one of these colors. See, I accidentally thought the background color was the background color. Not quite. Viewport background color. There we go. I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it a little lighter. That dark color just looks weird to me. There we go. I like that better. I can live with that. Okay, so I'm adding morphs to an outfit I'm currently working on. Content library. Not that outfit. This outfit. We've been making good progress on this summer blush outfit for Genesis 8 and Genesis 9. So, and I just went down into the template folder. So I'm going to add some morphs for this and this. I don't think I've done these yet, so this should be good. We were working on this, got one of the bracelets moving along. I have to do more work on this bracelet. But for today, I'm going to try to add the basic morphs, the top and the bottom. I have so if we just do this on the main figures, the breasts do weird things. So I have a stand-in figure put on the main figure that then projects morphs into here that look better. That probably makes no sense. Anyhow, let's load into Genesis 9. Genesis 8. I'm doing Genesis 8 first. So I think I might play with this for an hour and then switch to trying to do makeup LIE overlays. So that's what's on tap. All right, there we go. Top on. I did not want to put that top on there. I want to go get my fitting suit that I've made to make nicer morphs. And you are underneath. Bodysuits 2020. There we go. People, Genesis 8, clothing, me, a bodysuit. And that's the latest and greatest version right there. So I put you on there. And that just looked weird. We're going to go back. And I'm going to put you there, there. I'm going to apply these, fit these to the bodysuit. General, mesh, fit to, and I want to fit this to the bodysuit because we're going to pick up the morphs off of that. Except that. And this top, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fit it to the bodysuit instead of the main figure. Close enough. I don't really need to see the bodysuit for what we're going to do next. So I have a whole bunch of favorites set up for this, and then I just dial them in. That auto-generates the morphs into the clothes. It gets me close. They're not perfect. I still have to touch them up using ZBrush. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hide the bodysuit just so I can... Also, I'm going to change the texture on this so it's easier to see what's going on. I like that texture, but it's just busy, so when making morphs, it's just a little in the way. Little. Go to the surface tab, and I'm just going to kind of make these a gray color. Let's see if I left my shaders nearby. There we go. Give that a base shader and a base. I like this gray color when working. These are looking a little funny. They're colliding with the bodysuit, so I'm going to take that off those. Right here, they're mesh smoothing. I'm going to turn the mesh smoothing off there, and the mesh smoothing off there. All right, now we're going to play with adding all the morphs. I'm just going to go through here real fast and just dial this stuff in. So every time I activate a morph in here, it will create a morph. It activates a morph in the bodysuit. You can't see it. And then that auto generates a morph in the clothes. That's what we're doing. Ooh, that one did not go well, did it? Lots of cleanup there. This is going to be a heavy cleanup day. I should, if I knew how to write scripts, I would write a script that would do this. Just go through and turn these on and off. Probably another way to do this too. I don't know that way though, so I do it this way. All right, body size, that's getting into the dress. Body tone, bodybuilder details, and size, and bodybuilder. Emaciated. I should have, actually, this is on the wrong, I'm going to redo. I have one that does skirts. I'm going to redo these. I forget, that's a skirt and I just did a bodysuit. Let me get my skirts in here. Instead, I do have a body dress. So we're just going to do this again, using the dress this time. Bodysuit. People, Genesis 8, clothing, and the latest. That looks like the latest. Nope, that one says 2025. Let's try that one. I should probably clean up the ones I don't need anymore. Now we're going to go back. That in here. That in here. That. Fit to dress. Over in here. That off. Do the same thing here. You off. Actually, I didn't even apply it anything yet, did I? Fit to dress. Mesh smoothing still off. Mesh smoothing still off. Okay, good. I'm gonna turn that off so we can't see it. I'm gonna reapply those materials again. Because it's just so much easier for me to see what I'm doing with those. All right, now we're going to do this again. So I have all these morphs saved as favorites. I can just come over here. Just quickly. That's still not quite going. That's a little better. Those are looking better than the bodysuit, I think. But there's still a little bit of poke through happening on. These shapes are a lot better, though, than if I just didn't do this. And that's what I keep telling myself. You're not wasting your time. This does kind of make these a little smoother to start with, and then it's easier to just touch them up using Go Z with ZBrush. And body size. See, that's looking a lot better on that. On the skirt at any rate. Bodybuilder size. Then I dial in bodybuilder. Oh, where am I? Emaciated. Fitness details. Fitness size. And fitness. Heavy. Gonna need a little touch up down in there. Hair. And voluptuous. Okay, those are done. So there's a bunch of adjustment morphs in the hidden bodysuit, so we're going to apply those to the clothes too. Hello, hello, Monsieur Loki. Just in case. Well, it's nice to see you, buddy. Everybody, check out the cool man that is 3D Loki. You can purchase his stuff over at the Renderosity. As Keep an eye out. He's working on his first clothing item. Lots of socks. And 2 hours of sleep. 2 whole hours of sleep? Dude. What am I doing? I'm adding adjustment morphs. That's right. We're coming over here. I'm going to come over here. I have these things. That's the wrong thing. They're over here. I just heard thunder. Hornets and thunder. The world's coming to an end. It could be worse. Trump could be president. Oh no, wait a minute. New socks rock. All right, let's see. Do I have my adjustment morphs in here? There they are. All right. So if I dial these in, they should get into the clothes. There we go. These are just little adjustment morphs adding into there. Hip depth and hip width. Did that not do anything? That didn't look like it did anything. Shoulders up, shoulders back, shoulders to the front, left side, right side, skirt depth, skirt width. That just looks weird, but that's okay. High depth, thigh width, just that tummy, the upper back, waist. And let's flare this skirt. Does flare the skirt do anything? Flare the skirt is bad. I have to fix flare the skirt. I heard a weird noise. Why did I hear a weird noise? Anyhow, I've got all my starter morphs in here. We're just going to save these out. Then I'm just going to do this for the Genesis 9 version. You know what? I'm just going to click on that and accept all. That's just going to save all these morphs. We will clean that stuff up later. Save all these. These are just the starter morphs. Making good. Actually, I'm doing decent time on this. All right, let's get rid of this. Actually, why did you guys stay here? Did I not set this up right? It seemed to work. Anyhow, I'm not going to worry about it. If I have to redo it, I'll redo it later. Set up an unzip, updated zip in a note. I saw that. I haven't had a chance to pop it open yet. I will get around to testing that though. I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's click over here. I'm basically just going to kind of do the same thing for Genesis 9 now. And for Genesis 9, I like to just make sure it works with the base female. So we'll start by dialing that in. I'm going to go get this body dress for Genesis 9. Should be here, and then people, then we go to Genesis 9 and body dress, and you look like my latest one from 2023. I probably should update that at some point because it's been a couple years and it doesn't hurt. Not supposed to today. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go back here. Go over and get the Genesis 9 versions. Skirt. Top. Skirt has not been saved with textures yet. We will get to that. So let's fit you to the body dress. Yeah, you're not fitted yet. That's right. Never mind. Using myself. Parameters. You. General and Mish. And then I'm just going to say fit to. I want this fitted to this body dress here. I'm going to do the same thing for you. And I'm going to turn off smoothing. Both of these. Change the color so it's a little easier to see. I don't really need to see what I'm doing right now. Just kind of, I don't know. It makes me feel better when I can kind of see it. All right, and then we're just going to hide you, and just dial all those morphs in. Select you. I think that's looking all right. And nope. There we go. Favorites, and then I just run through this, kind of the same deal. I have to fix this so that the chest morphs don't move the dress. That's what I need to do someday. You darn not set back to 0. Let's get you back to 0. That needs a bit of cleanup, doesn't it? I forgot where I was. All right. Yo, is that DJ Ray? He's got a lovely bunch. Oops. How you doing, Ray? I gotta redo that more for sure. That is janky AF. Someday I'll remember to update these things. I'm doing peachy. All right, let's do there's adjustment morphs in here somewhere. In here, probably. There they are. Is that right? Do I not have my... I don't think I needed that. At least that flare skirt works. All right, so those should be fine. I think I left, I thought, did I leave something on? Yeah, I left the flare skirt on. All right, and then I'm just going to save the morph targets out for these. Save the morph targets out for the skirt. Happy to be back without after 3 days. Well, yeah, that is. I have been there. 3 days is an awful long time to go without electricity. I've had it happen during the winter, and I have also had it happen during the summer. Both times, not good. I have to say the winter's trickier though, because I have to go get a kerosene heater set up, and that's you can't leave that thing running at night. at least you have generators and power and batteries and things, Ray. I guess you have to. Alrighty, back to work. Have fun. See ya, man. Okay, these are good. I'm going to do. We're going to work on the top for Genesis 9, or for Genesis 8, and then we'll do the skirt, and then if it's still not 3, we can do the top and the skirt for the Genesis 9. So we're going to clean these up with GoZ. Smooth them out. Make sure they don't pop through weird. Stuff like that. So now I'm just going to come back over here. I'm going to do the top by itself and then the skirt by itself. Am I in the right spot? I am in the right spot. So let's load the top. I'm going to switch over to perspective view, because if I do Control Z, it doesn't change the camera to the perspective view. So that's good. I'm going to just do that thing where I change the materials again so it's easier to see. And then we're just going to go through and, all right, so I'm going to select the top, then I'm going to select Genesis 8. And I'm come over here, I'm just going to dial these in. And the smoothing kind of worked nicely on that, but we're going to still fix it up. And then we're going to go Z, activate ZBrush. I need the names of these morphs, so brush is now opening up on the wrong screen because I moved my cursor. Damn it. There's ZBrush. I'm going to fit this so it fits a little bit better. We can kind of see chat. That over there. You in here. It looks a little smooth, but it can be better. Oh, damn it. I go to edit mode. That's right, edit. I remember how to do this. Come on. Why am I not getting my edit? What the hell, ZBrush? Let's try this again. I'm confusing myself. You know, sometimes you just hit the wrong button and then it just punishes you. GoZ's a little finicky. If you don't do it just right, I may have to restart Daz. All right, I think we're good now. All right, I'm going to adjust my settings on this. I always have to adjust the settings on this. Tweak that. That. Let's change the size, and then I'm just going to slowly fix that. We'll just double check. Back. And I'm going to double check my straps. So that all looks good. I'm going to save this. What I need is I need the name of the morph. I'm going to copy that out of a directory that has copies of it. Over here. And this is 8 mores. I have the breast morse over here. Doing a cleavage, so I'm just going to copy this. As heck if I can remember how to spell PBM breast cleavage properly every time. Hit the Go Z. Paste what I copied into there. Overwrite existing morph. Accept. There we go. Better. All right, breast diameter. Got a little bit of poke through in there. We're just going to fix that up. This time I'm remembering to copy that name first. Pop that over into ZBrush. Just a little bit of, just a pinch of that. Make a quick twirl around. Looks good. Go Z. Control V. And accept. I should be able to undo that. But that needs a little work. That was breast. What are you doing? Let me see. You got full screened again. Oh, that's right, because I relaunched it. I forgot to do this. All right, there's breast gone. Let's grab you. Activate the ZBrush. And just kind of pull that up. And if I have to, I can smooth this out. But I don't think I should really do that. I think that is looking good there. It is. It's kind of like sculpting in clay. It's a lot more than that these days. But back in the day, that was the original idea, was just to be able to just like push and mold 3D. It does that really well. It does. I have a hard time just selecting individual vertices and moving stuff around. If that were the case, I pop over to Blender because I just do it a lot faster there. All right, breast gone. Looking good. Moving along. Breast heavy. I saw a little bit poking through on the bottoms. I know the smoothing kind of makes up for that, but still, I would like it to not poke through without smoothing. So we got just a little bit coming out down here. I'm going to do that just a little bit. I got a little bit of poking in there. And I think that takes care of that one. All right, do the implant left first. Isn't this fun? Yeah, making clothes is easy. Making products, that's the hard part. Or the tedious, actually. It's a tie between how hard it is and how tedious it is. I got some stuff covering up my chat a little bit. Every time you see an artist readjust the breast larger, see if the clothes, you just picture Liam Neeson bigger. No, it's big enough. Where was I? I was there. All right. I think I go Z. I think this says I'm on the right side, right? I don't know that GIF. That's one of those memes I'm not up on. All right. Now we'll see if that needs any fixing. So that did not need any fixing. Sometimes this is a controller. This drives both of these morphs. So I try to remember to fix these morphs first. And sometimes I don't have to make an adjustment on that. Same thing with natural. So this breast natural activates this morph. I think was okay. Let's run that again. Looking fine. Did I lose power? I don't think so. My lights are still on. It's raining outside. That's breast shape. Wait, I'm on the wrong. There we go. That one. That looked fine. My UPS is making noise. But my lights aren't flickering. That's annoying. Oh well, I think I'm still streaming. I see what I'm doing over on screen too, and I shouldn't. No, you're OBS. I should see. Maybe, where's my YouTube? I'll bring up the YouTube. I think the YouTube is looking fine. Okay. If I can see myself on YouTube, that means I am sending a signal out and getting a signal back in. Anyhow, that looks fine. I don't have to do anything for breast natural. Breast shape 01. I got a little bit of stuff to clean up there. Ooh, that's a nice gust of wind outside. All right, we're gonna clean this up. Anyhow, with the weather, if suddenly something happens, I may just go offline. We'll see. It happens. You know, I want to be just like Ray and lose power for 3 days. No, I don't. All right, we're just going to pull you out a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to put a little bit of smooth on that. And I think that looked fine. I don't know. Did I copy this? Hey, check out our good friend DJ Ray. Partey. Formerly PA DJ Ray, and then became DJ Ray from the USA, and is currently DJ Ray Partey Baby. Well, not Baby, but Partey. Check him out. Oh, I still have the old command. Ray's changing commands so fast I can't keep up. All right, we're going back to CloudBot. We gotta make a CloudBot edit here. Oh, where's Ray's name? I gotta go look at this. If we say DJ, there we go. DJ Ray needs an update. I have to update that to say Partey, but I can't spell. He doesn't say party. He says Partey. It's a party with Ray. Don't you get it? You know, there it is, DJ Ray Partey. There we go. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to pop back over into here. Swap that out. Partey, Control V, and confirm. And we're just going to play we'll do the DJ Ray thing again. There we go. Here you go. Everybody follow Ray. He's cool. Streams about 5 times a week. I'm gonna put you over there. All right, what am I doing? Breast shape 1 is good. Breast shape 2. I'm not seeing anything wrong with that. Let's take another look. It's getting a little crinkly in there, but I think that's going to be, it smooths out okay. I mostly just want to make sure I don't get little pokey throughs. I'm going to smooth that out just a little on this one here. Or do I? Do I care? Let's take a look at that again. I'm getting a little bit of poke through over there on the right. I am going to tweak this one. So that is breast shape 3. Activate. Go Z. Go right in here. A little bit of that. Do a little touch there. Little touch, and maybe pull you out just a little bit. Probably good. Overwrite. Accept. Hunky dory now. What did we do? What did we do? My brain stopped. I think I'm good with that. 3. We're moving on to 4. Four looks good. I don't have to do anything there. Let's move on to 5. 5 just came out just a little bit through the bottom. Or miss. we're getting there. What did I say that was? That was 5. Gonna pull that out just a little. Punch that with a little bit of a smooth there. Pull that out just a scoosh of a smooth. Pull it out a little bit more. Think. Oops. I think I'm good. All right, put the morph name into here. I wish these would just be blank. I wish there was a way I could set up a preset so that these dialog boxes would make me have to check and do this stuff over and over again. I'm at that point where saving a click saves me hours of work in the long run. But it's just a click. Said some moron at Microsoft. All right, that one, I could see it poking through. You know how they used to just do this thing with one click? We're going to add an extra click to that. Way to go. What am I doing? I'm doing this. I got some pokey in there too, don't I? And fix you up. Maybe smooth you out a little bit. All right, I think that's good. Overwrite, accept. Yeah, I see some pokey in there. All right. Clean that up. Fine there. Make just a little smooth. That'll be fine. Going along, slowly getting there. I saw some coming through on that. So if you do this dial and you hold it before letting go, it shows you kind of what it looks like before it smooths. And when you let go, it runs the smoothing. So I kind of want to see what it looks like before it smooths. And I know it's not much and it does get smoothed out, but I kind of like it not to poke through at all. We're probably good on that one. That was just really small. Was that 8? Am I already on 8? I am on 8. Okay. Yeah, it's coming out through the bottom there. All right, am I good? I think breast size is now good. Breast small. That's gonna pull that stuff out so it doesn't clip in anymore. All right. These body shapes sometimes are just better. Yeah, that looks okay. Think. I'm gonna do it again just so I can see what's going on in the back. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that needs fixing with that. Body tone seldom needs to be fixed because it's kind of doesn't do big changes. Bodybuilder details, fine. Bodybuilder size. Take a look at that on the back. Good. So bodybuilder's probably okay. I thought I saw it, but I think it's just a wrinkle. Yeah, it's just a wrinkle. Okay. Emaciated. Go with that. Fitness detail. Bodybuilder detail subtle. Fitness detail even more subtle. Fitness size. I think that did anything. Fitness. All right, moving on to heavy. I'm gonna run it again a couple of times just as. Yeah. They're staying in there. Let's just check it and make sure the back looks okay. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. All right, moving on to pair. Probably okay. Even emaciated was okay. Thin maybe okay. I think thin's okay. We'll check voluptuous. All right, I got a little bit coming through on voluptuous. We're going to do that one. And those are over here. There's voluptuous, FBM, voluptuous. Hell, if I can spell that. I guess I could if I bothered to learn, but who's got time to learn how to spell? Jeepers. I think that's good. I'm going to double check. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, so those are those morphs. So we save those again. Select that. Summer blush top, G8 female. Save those as the morphed assets out to the base. I'm just going to clean them up later. And then we'll do the skirt. And I may not have, then I may move on to makeup and I'll do the Genesis 8 off stream sometime. Probably tomorrow if I finish working on that Rocket Gal outfit. So select you. Now this is, I'm probably going to have to restart. Let's check this out. Delete you. Come over here. Load in the skirt. Those are my colors. Right, I'm going to color this to be grays because it's just easier to, especially when I'm working on the morphs. And I've accidentally closed my surface tab. There's the skirt with its way too many materials. Surfaces. All right, we're going to do that. We're going to make an undone version of the skirt at some point. At some point, we're going to split that up and make a version where that comes apart. Not today. All right, same thing. Only we don't have to do the breast morphs. So this should go a little bit quicker. Back into here, I'm going to select skirt. Select the Genesis 8 female. Over here, look at our favorites. Scroll down to the bodies. Are you looking? You're looking okay. Body tone. Seems to be okay. Bodybuilder details. I did not see anything change there. Bodybuilder size. I might get a little bit of right there at the back on the waist. So we're going to do that. Let me see if my GoZ's working or if I have to relaunch. I got to relaunch. It's confused. Okay, I'm going to save you and come back. We're going to shut down DAS, relaunch it. Then we should be able to relaunch GoZ. GoZ, I said, is finicky. File, save as, scene. Let's put you here. Whip. All right, let's shut DAS down. We'll enjoy a little bit of Coke. All right. Let me see. Can I launch DAS now? I don't think so. I think he's just taunting me. Okay, so can I launch DAS now? Oh, it's still taunting me. Oh, no, wait, there it goes. Yep. All right, let's file, open recent, and get that whip folder in here. All righty. Okay, so select that first, select that second. Come over here. It was bodybuilder detail, the bodybuilder size. I need to touch up a little bit. Activate the GoZ. Patiently wait for ZBrush to come up. Or impatiently wait. Doesn't make any difference. ZBrush is going to do what ZBrush is going to do. Hit edit. Frame. Let's put this so that I can see chat. Chat can see the whole window. Try that again. Nope. You're not falling for that. You're not going to let me just grab that side and drag it, are you? There we go. Okay, so we had a little poke through in the back here. Okay, and because I relaunched this, I have to reset everything again. Set that. And there's got to be a way I can save this as a brush or something, but I haven't. I don't use ZBrush that much. This is the only thing I use ZBrush for. So my knowledge of ZBrush is very focused on just doing that. It may be smoothing a little bit sometimes, but mostly just pulling stuff out a little bit. All right, looks good. Let's come back over here. That was bodybuilder size, so we're going to copy that. Activate the Go Z. Call it that it's bodybuilder size. Going to overwrite that puppy, accept. We come back here. It looks fine. Okay. Control, and then you body size is still got a little bit. Dang it. I'm going to reset this just to make sure it's 0. But Daz is going to punish me for that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Select that. Select that. Bodybuilder. How are you looking? I'm going to do that again. We're going to watch it this time. I don't see anything that bad there. All right, emaciated. Bony. I think that's fine. Fitness detail. Fitness detail hardly does anything. Fitness size doing anything? Fitness size is looking okay. All right. Fitness should be okay. I think that looked okay. Let's do heavy. Oh, just a little bit right there on the back. We'll also see if we might get a little on these legs too. Yeah, there's a little on the legs too. Copy that. Right here. Go Z. Arg, arg. How do you move this thing? I know too many programs and they all navigate different. All right, I think that's good. Probably fine. That's that. Undo. All right, pair. We're getting down to the last few. Oh, I see a little bit of poke through on that thigh there. So I got to do that. I'm not even going to look at the back. We'll look at the back in ZBrush. Right. Got a little bit there. A little bit over there. And we'll take a look. And we got some in the back too. All right. I think we're good. Did I copy pair? I did. Okay. All right. I got thin and voluptuous left. Done debrushing the skirt for now. Thin looks okay. I'm going to do that again back here. That looks fine. Voluptuous. I think voluptuous looked okay. All right, I think we're good. All right, I'm going to save that. Got 12 minutes. You know what? We'll go, we'll do the Genesis 9. Same thing for that now. Select the skirt, save those morphs. Maybe I'll clean these up and then I'll do the Genesis 9. Yeah, we're going to clean these up and then resave them. You for a moment. Back over here. You got more than 12 minutes, don't you? Well, 12 minutes before I'm going to switch over to do the makeup. And then I'm going to do makeup till 4. That's the plan. When we last saw me, I think I've got my eyeliners done. And I've started trying to make eyeshadows. I'm trying to dial in how I want to set those up. But before we do that, we're just going to clean up these just a little bit. Put that on here. Actually, what I'm going to do is we're going to run over to the data folder and delete. There's a whole bunch of extra morphs in here. They're hard to see, but a lot of this stuff I don't need. A lot of this stuff is left over from Genesis 9. So we're going to hop over into the data directory, look at the files that make these morphs. I can't just delete them here. Because if I delete them here and I save them, it doesn't actually delete them out of the data directory. So I actually have to go into the data directory and delete these on the back end. We're going to do that. I'm going to turn you off. Pop over something like this. Go to projects, and we're going to go down into addresses where this is currently living. This is called Summer Blush. And stuff just fall off the shelf for no apparent reason. Oh well. It's probably because I just don't stack it right. And with time it settles and then it just jumps. It's trying to make a break for it. There we go. We're going to the data directory. This is where all the secret stuff is kept. What are you in here? Bracelet. Damn you. I have to resave you or something probably. Maybe not. That might be garbage. I'm not supposed to have a folder that says product. Anyhow, we are doing the Summer Blush top. I have no idea where you're saved. It's supposed to be right there. I'm going to resave you so I can find you. How peculiar. I'm going to resave you something new, I think. We'll try that. Yeah, that time I realized that something didn't quite save in the right spot. How odd, people. This is a female clothing, me. Summer Blush female. We're going to overwrite the top here. Save that. Already exists. Do you want to replace it? I'm going to say yes. Summer Blush. Summer Blush G8 female. Oh, that's Summer Blush G8 female. Oh, you're supposed to say top. You don't say top. You should say top. It is there. I just craptastic naming. Way to go, Chris. Accept that. I can probably delete that. So now I got a proper. So I'm going to take you and I'm just going to shove you over here into my whip directory just in case. Also, I don't need to know if I need this. I'm going to move you over to the whip directory too. back over here. Okay, now we're going to get rid of those morphs. So now I have a proper top and morphs and me and base. There's all the morphs, and these are because I created a Genesis 9 version and I just transferred it over. I have a bunch of Genesis 9 morphs still in here. We're going to get rid of those. So I don't need you. Base masculine. We don't need that. I'm going to keep those. Expand, loosen collars. We got to fix those names though. Don't need that. These are character morphs for Genesis 9. Those are the controls. Those are Genesis 8 morphs. These are full body. These are Genesis 8 morphs. I can never remember what that is, so I keep it. Third skirt. I probably have to fix that. These are a whole bunch of Genesis 9 morphs right here. Get rid of those. Those are the breast morphs. Genesis 9 morphs. Get rid of those. Flare skirt. I don't need a flare skirt on the top. Pretty sure I can lose that. There's probably a few more in here. Get rid of. But we'll see. If I spot something I don't need in here, we'll come back and kill it. But anyhow, let's get rid of you. Because you've got the bad morphs. When we reload it, it comes in without them. Okay, we're going to do some tweaking in here. I'm going to make sure this stuff... Is this... What do we got in here? I can't see because this is craptastic. I can hover over that. You know what? I think these are all my body morphs for some reason are ending up here in Morph Loader. I'm going to move all of these out of this generic morph folder here. So we're going to switch to edit mode. Grab all you guys. Set the property group for those. I'm going to move you to actor. I think those are body morphs. I'm going to say full body in real world. Hide them down in there. Okay, then we're going to come in here into actor. I have adjustments and adjust. You know what? I'm going to move this all into the adjustment category. Property group. So I don't have like adjustments and adjustment. We're just going to say adjustment. Accept that. I just have adjustment. There's this loosen that's left over from Genesis 9. All of these. What I do want to do is I have to set the values of these, I think, to limit to 100. Do that. I'm going to select all of this stuff. It's going to say limits and enable limits. So that should force nothing to go more than 100. Otherwise, my DAS tester will fail this. Whine at me. We're going to make all of these dials green. Here to here. And set presentation. Change color A to green. Color blue B to black. Except that. There we go. Those are nice and pretty. Then I'm going to clean these up because this is just an ugly name. This should not be. Users should not have to see this. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to just update the labels on these. Right here. Accept that. I have this expand all. Do I want to keep you? Because, you know, I now have this. I have two expand alls now. One is the one created by the Genesis 9. I'm going to get rid of this one right here. So we're just going to delete it from the data directory. Actually, when I save this, I'm going to remember to. That's right. Anyhow, we still have to clean up the names here. So these are horrible names. So we just got to do the same thing we just did with that one. Have to come in here and make them a little more human looking. And these are just the Lucimorphs created when this was made for Genesis 9. I have to do the same thing. So this is in all of my figures. I got to clean all of these up. Lucid sleeves, upper arm. I don't even know if I need that one. I'm gonna check that. You do anything? Oh, you did. You did a little bit of an adjustment there. I'm gonna keep you. Oh, my eyesight's getting bad. You should see an optometrist. Get a new glass prescription. That would be what the smart people do. Unfortunately, I'm not the smart people. I have a phone that's smart for me. All right, this should all be good. After I save this, we will go back in and delete this one more. Because even if I delete it now, when I resave this, this will get saved. We're going to do a couple of checks here just to make sure everything's looking good. Let's come up here to general and take a quick look at my mesh smoothing is on. My mesh resolution is set to high. I'm going to double check and see if my surface settings, that's a good default setting there. Let's take a peek at what our D-force is looking like. Bend stiffness is set to 1, dynamic strength. So I have adjusted these. And here, let's just run a little sim here and see how it goes. It should more or less stay in place. And these, we will eventually make a version where these get untied. This is actually kind of set up for that already. Just a matter of adding morphs. And right now, the dynamic strength, there's these little spots up here on both of these. Dynamic strength is set to 0, so those won't move. So I think I'm good. I think I can just resave this. Actually, let's clear the simulation. Can't tell you how many times I've accidentally saved something with a simulation run on it. Anyhow, we should be good. Just going to come back over to here. And we are looking at Summer Blush Top G8 Female. Should just overwrite that. Say yes. Just going to set the category to Scoit. Dang it. I fell out of the box. Shirts. There we go. Accept that. This is a shirt, damn it. I got to do this one more time. Making sure to choose shirt, not skirt. Stimpy, you fool. The category. Dang it. I don't even know if I have to do this. Daz might be doing this behind my back when they do smart content. Anyhow, I just got in the habit of doing that. Anyhow, that is all nice and clean. Now, when we come up here and take a look, everything is nicely stuck away here. I have hidden stuff. In general, you shouldn't see all of this grayed out stuff. But you should be able to see all of this in a nice category actor adjustments. And then there's even this loosen. So, and then later on, we'll add an actor special when we make the special morphs. So that is in good shape. We're going to move on and we're going to set up the skirt. I'm going to stop playing with this outfit for today, and we're going to maybe work on a little bit more on the makeup. I'm going to try to... I'm still kind of trying to dial in eyeshadow, and maybe I will start lips. And I'm in a happy spot with my eyeliner so far, though I might tweak that. LIEs are funky. I still haven't figured out how I want to do glimmers. Problem with glimmers is I have to be able to change a value on a dial and not just an LIE setting. So I might have to do something like glimmery effects with a geo shell. Anyhow, let's finish the skirt and move on. Net library. Put the squid on. Are you still happy? Okay, let's clean that up. Actually, before I do that, let me let's go over to the data directory and do the same thing we did earlier. Skirt G8 female morphs. Actually, while we're here, so I said I was going to remove this FBM expand all right there. I don't want to expand alls, and that's just duplicative. Okay, so that's done. So this is Summer Blush Skirt G8 female morphs Chris Cox base. Got it. So basically, if somebody were to make an add-on pack, it would be down here like Morse Bob's add-on pack, and it might say product or something there. So I'm just going to roll through here, and we're going to do the same thing. That is a Genesis 9 morph. That's a Genesis 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. All right, we're good. We get rid of those. Rolling down here. These things are in here. Genesis 9 or Genesis 8 doesn't make any difference. I don't need those in this. That is a Genesis 9. Those controls are Genesis 8. I apparently didn't save. Yeah, I didn't have to do a implant one, did I? Bodybuilder details. Scrolling down, scrolling down. I never remember if I need that or not, so I leave it alone. Probably have to fix that one. Do that with ZBrush at some point. I should have done that earlier while I had ZBrush open with the skirt. These are all Genesis 9 morphs. Those. Breast morphs. Do I have FBM expand all in here? I do not, so I may not need to delete that. There should be one. There's that. That's from earlier. Okay. Pixie. Pixie. And I don't need these JCMs. Which are now corrective body shapes. One version they're JCMs, the next version they're corrective body shapes. Go figure. I think they got afraid that somebody owned the trademark to morph. I think that's what happened. I've heard right. Is that? You know what? This is a skirt. Skirt doesn't need. I'm gonna get rid of those. Should be good. I don't need breast morphs in my skirt. Kidding me? I think we're good. All right, let's back over here. Let's all right, now let's load the skirt in. All right, we're going to do some of the stuff that we just did with that. So we're going to make sure I got my skirt selected. Come over here. I got all this stuff that says morphs. You know, knowing the way this has been working, this stuff used to not end up over here. So I don't know. Maybe something changed in. I just started using 4.24 finally. Always a couple hours of fun whenever you install the next version of the software and you find out your other stuff just doesn't install right. You spend an hour trying to fix it. Anyhow, what am I doing? I'm moving this stuff. I'm going to move the property group. We're going to make just stick you over here in full body. Real world. I don't know what's in hidden. What is this? I should probably move this too. I can't see what you are though. Figure ID Genesis 8. No, I'm leaving you alone. I don't care. Okay, adjustments and adjustment. We're gonna consolidate this. I'm gonna move all of this stuff to adjustment. So set property group, adjustment, accept that, yay. I'm going to make sure the limits are turned on everything here. I'm going to select all of this and just do limits and enable limits. Should be good. Okay, we're going to clean the names up of this and give these colors. Let's start with the colors. I'm going to just set presentation. A becomes green. Just undozed. CS bomb. Okay, color B, I make black. Accept that. Alrighty. Let's clean up the names of these things that have garbage names. And I'm going to do these. Loosen the buttocks. This is in addition to my other adjustment morphs. Hopefully, if you need an adjustment, there's something in here somewhere. Although it might be a little overwhelming now. That's the downside. I like hairs that have dozens and dozens of morphs, except some of them are just so weirdly named I can never find anything. I just want the one morph that puts the hair behind the shoulder. That's probably my favorite hair morph, the one that puts the hair behind the shoulder. And yet sometimes it's not there. It's like they'll have dozens and dozens of morphs just to do the weirdest little tweaks and then nothing that puts the hair behind the shoulders. That's so disappointing. All right, I think I got 3 more to go. Got 2 more to go. Then I'm going to just resave this. We're going to leave Genesis 8 in here because we're going to change her makeup. Although I think I'm going to take a short break because Jay's textures on this stream safe stuff is a little weird. For some reason, I can't plug image maps into the Metallicity channel or the Glossy Roughness channel, and I don't know why he did that or how he did that. My suspicion is he had a preset he used, and if it wasn't really important because you really don't use glossy or you don't use metallicity with skin textures. Sometimes you use glossy roughness, but anywho, I'm going to accept that, and I got 1 more to do, and then I'm going to make I want to apply a different texture just on the face. I might have some naughty bits pop up when I do that. We're going to take a short break while I do that. I think I'm good. Hopefully I didn't break anything by accident. So we're going to just save this skirt now. Nope. Okay, so if I added any new morphs, I have to say, we're going to just do this. I think this is good. There is the skirt. Save that. Say yay, yes. This time I can say skirt instead of shirt. I'm good. All right, should be good. And actually, if I change the skin texture, I've got clothes on. I'm probably okay. I'm going to replace this with I just use, you know what? I'll use Victoria. That should be the premier skin texture for Genesis 8. Hopefully the skin settings are right on that. Hold on. All right, let's do this. I am going to move this over to... I'm going to move my content library over to screen 2 for a second. You are locked down, aren't you? Let's unlock you, damn it. Where's the thing that locks the panes? Lock docking, there we go. I occasionally will accidentally hit Control U. All right, now I'm just going to drag content library to screen 2. I'm going to navigate through my DAS folders. Probably safe, but you never know. Sometimes you just get these little naked thumbnails showing up in the weirdest places. When you're like buying a city scene and for some reason it's got a content filter on it because somebody stuck a naked chick in it. Why? Why not? Why not? People. Genesis 8. Email. There we go. Characters. Are you under Victoria 8? Is that where you are? I am going to make her stream safe though. If she has clothes on, I can do that on screen. There we go. We're going to do that. Materials. Array. Do this. She has no eyebrows. I need eyebrows. Here, let's get her eyebrows. I have to add eyebrows separately, of course, don't I? You rat bastards, you. I got the right thing selected? I do not. Yeah, that's going to work. It's going to look weird making makeup without eyebrows. That's all. I can work without the eyelashes, but you know, since I'm right there, might as well put the eyelashes on too. Okay, so now she's got naughty bits, but we have clothes on, so it's okay. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to just slide this over to screen 2 for just a second, and I'm going to hide the naughty bits. What I'm doing is I'm going over to the torso, and I'm just putting a flat color in there. This is looking for his generic shaders. There we go. All right, so now she's totally, even if this comes off, she's screen safe because now she's wearing this weird bodysuit. And we're just going to play with the makeups. And then if I look at, and then the two surfaces I want that, I want that. Mostly I want the face. And right there, for some reason, Jace Textures don't have this. I can't do this with Jace Textures, and I don't know why. Anyhow, let's go find my makeup folder and pick up where I was kind of left off. I still don't have a good way to clear up LIEs yet. I don't know if there is a good way to do that without just having to redo the main texture. Makeup, there we go. People, Genesis 8, materials. And right here, I'm going to save a copy of this right here so I can just reapply it. And we're just going to save the face and the lips. I'm just going to do a material preset. I'll call you Vicky 8. Do that. In here, we'll just uncheck everything except for the lips and the face. There we go. We wait a little bit while it does that. I had this reset, but it works weird. So I'm have to look into if this is something I can actually reset or not. Or I'm going to spend all this time setting up these LIEs only to have to just redo it as a Geo shell. Because if I find out that it just doesn't do quite what I wanted to do. Yeah, we're still saving the reset file. You know what? While that's happening, I should launch Substance Painter. Boy, at this rate, Substance Painter is liable to launch before this gets done. Hey, this is back. And I just saw Substance Painter. Where did you go? There it is. Close that. Let's open up that makeup. Recent files. What was I working on? Summer Flow. That's a new dress that I just started last night. We have not seen that. It's in the Discord. Makeup eyeliner. There we go. This is what I've been working on. I think the way I'm going to do... it depends. Let's switch you back to materials. It's a little shiny. It's because I'm using the metallicity channel for opacity. I probably should use opacity for opacity. But I'm just weird that way. Because opacity looks weird in this preview. That's what it is. Let's take a look at where we are. Eyeshadows. How are you working? I think my eyeshadow is a little light. Eyeshadow on. Eyeshadow on. Eyeshadow off. Eyeshadow on. Eyeshadow off. Take a look at if I'm happy with this or not. Control R. That's not too bad. I think I'm going to keep that one. Right, we're going to go to YouTube. I'm going to look up eyeshadow videos and see what we can come up with. Where is my YouTube, by the way? I had this Discord thing in the way. YouTube over here. Eyeshadow style for summer 2025. Looking good. Smoky eyes. Eyeshadow tutorial pink. Let's try that. Eyeshadow tutorial Korean style. Take a look at Master the Art of Gradient. They'll look the same. Not sure I liked that one. Okay, we'll trying to see how they do the eyes, and then I can kind of do that. So here we go. So I think it looks like she's got a light area here, darker here, and a little lighter down here, and leaning towards pink. We're just looking at the eyeshadow on this. I think she's got a glimmer in here, but problem with an LIE is the metal. Is I want to use like glossy roughness and metallicity to get that effect. But in general, skin textures don't have a metallicity dialed to 1. I need some way to dial that without using. An LIE doesn't change the dial settings. It just applies maps. So to get the glitter effects, I might just have to use a. I mean, you could do it with a material file, maybe. I'm not sure how an LIE blends in with a material file. I don't know. I can do it with a GeoShell. Anywho, let's pop over to Substance Painter. Let's see if we can kind of get this look right here. Someday I may do blushes. And then I'm going to maybe, before the day's through, I can just set up a basic lip style too. Anyhow, I'm going to put that over there. We're going to stop you from rendering. I can hear my my jet motor running in the background. All right, you know what? I'm going to just, can I just undo you? I'm going to just do that back. I'm going to take a look at how far. I'm going to see if my area covers like that. So I might tweak my mask a little bit. So with a color like this, it's really hard to see what we're doing. Maybe I turn you off. That's not good. Actually, that's why I have the, we'll just pop over here. Is that where I want you? I think so. You know what? This mask is probably good for this color. I think then we're just going to come over here to, we'll look at base color. And this is where we're going to add our color. Just going to do that. No, just kind of paint in here, except it's happening. Am I in the right layer? Are you my new layer? Do I have a base color? I do have a base color. Yay. Oh, I want this. What is in? I need a new. I thought I did that. There we go. I'm going to put a blur on this layer to help smooth things out as we go. And I'm going to steal colors from the YouTube video. First things first, what do I want to do? Yeah, no, this is good. I just want to paint color. So we're just going to double check. Right here, I've only got color selected, so that should be good. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to use that light color that she has on her face from right there. So I'm going to take this eyedropper tool, and I don't think you can I do it like this, and then you can kind of see what I'm doing. Pick her right there, come back into here, use the eyedropper tool, just kind of get in here, kind of sample that. That is so light, though. This is going to get lost on a lot of skin. So I'm actually going to make that even lighter. And then I'm going to maybe even lighter color in there. Maybe a little darker back on that. I'm going to use that lighter color on the inside. Kind of run. I cannot see eyelash. That would be helpful here. There's eyelashes. Okay. So actually, I want to go over the lines too. So we just kind of want this out here. Then I want to use this lighter color right down the middle. I do that. I can't see anymore. I got my color sample in the way. Oh, nothing's happening. Enron Music undozes. Hey, Esram, how are you doing? Terrifying moment between sleeps and naps. Actually, I want to do that last. I want to do the dark color on the other side first. I think I'm going to put this on another. Can I blend layers? I don't know. Let's grab this color here. Let's paint that over in here. Start with maybe me across the top. And a little bit. I hate the controls in this thing. And maybe a little bit through here. I think I want. You're supposed to get smaller. Maybe through here a little bit. Then back out through there. We're going way outside the lines. This will look better later. Trust me. Okay. Then can I go back to this? I think that's what that did. And then I can come back to here. Then I can come that like right in there. And then we can adjust the blur on that to look nicer. Maybe like that. That stuff on the inside's probably going to get lost. I think that's good. I see a little bit of purple out here, though, so I got to touch that up. I need a little bit more my color out here. All right, let's see how this works. I don't need to save the mask because I have a mask saved. I just really just need this base color, and I'm going to fill you with this color. Background, and that's going to be the makeup for this one. Let's try this. Control Shift E. Just need a color. Just going to save out a base color and export that. And pop over to open the output directory. I think I don't have something called. You need to be refreshed, don't you? There it is. I think I'm going to call you O2. Eventually, I got to give these names, color names. But right now, and we're going to call you eyeshadow O3 and Control C and pop back over here. And now we're going to build our LIE with this. Come over to base color, layered image editing. You, I don't need in the way anymore. I can't see chat. Okay, we're going to add a image layer in here. Yeah, that is totally. That's pretty close, but it's eyeshadow adjacent. Did I paste this over here yet? I did now. There's my eyeshadow right there. I'm going to open that. Okay, now we're going to add a mask to that. An image mask. I'm going to use this one right here. We're impatiently waiting for, and it does that. It's this little game it plays. The eyeshadow is going to look something like that. I don't like those lips. Those lips don't look natural. So that should be good. So we're going to say accept that. And also I got to do this over for the translucency color just to help it out a little bit. Just so I don't get any translucency bleed through on there. Look at that translucency weight. Is that actually 0.9? Seriously? That's whack. That's the reason why I have to I put something in here. So basically I have to do the same thing on the translucency channel that I did on the base color channel. Add the image layer. It, of course, has gone completely to the wrong directory. That's why I put this here, so I can easily get where I need to be without spending too much time. Okay, now we're just going to add our image mask. Fortunately, that remembers the last directory I was in. All right, it vanished. All right, we're going to accept that. I might tweak. Let's see how this looks. We don't have eyeliner on. We just have the eyeshadow. I think that's going to be fine. That looks like a bit like the other one. I have to do some really popping with the colors, though. I kind of like this coverage, though. This is a good coverage map. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that. All right, we're going to save this now. Stop that. I'm going to call you O3 for lack of a more creative name. Let's do this. Layered image presets. Let's try that. I'm going to call you O3. I'll eventually rename these, but for right now, we're just going to check and make sure I'm getting those good. All right, accept that. All right, I think that did it. Let me try the reset, see how weird it is. I don't think this thing works as well as I was hoping it would. That looks, except the lips went weird. Yeah, that's the reason why I set that there. I can just reset this. I'm going to worry about that later. All right, let's do one more eyeshadow. And then maybe I'll try to set up want a little bit of a blur on the edge of the lips, so that's the tricky part with the lips. Because this harsh edge always looks a little weird. And I think we're back to lip liner again. I think these days. I want to do blue. I'm going to come back to, I'm going to slide you over here a second. I don't think there's anything on YouTube that I shouldn't be seeing on Twitch, but blue eyeshadow. Let's say blue. Oh, I like that. Hold on. What we're looking for is an almost finished version where we can kind of see where the colors line up. She has like 4 shades of blue in the eyes. She also has shimmer, which I'm going to figure out how to add later. But I think she started with a white and put a light blue down. Then there's like this mid blue. Then it gets dark. I'm going to reshape my my mask though. I'm going to bring it in a little tighter on the eyes and not so much on the bottom. So we're going to pop back over to the Substance Painter. Going to leave you there. I'm going to hide you. I need to, do I have a, where are you coming from? You're that one right there. I'm going to call you Eyeshadow Mask 4, if I can find it again. Hey, thanks, Art. I'm working on it. Slowly but surely. Yes, I just called you Shirley. Shirley, you jest. All right, let's add another paint layer in here. Let's close you. Let's get my brush in here. Chris's makeup brush right there. Chris can't see nothing, so I'm going to put you over here. Put you back to material so I can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to move you back out here because I don't need that sample right now. And we're mirrored, so anything I do here gets put onto the other side. So that one looked like it was pretty tight to the eye, kind of like in there, and then back around through here. And I think I'm going to redo that. Try that again. I'm like one of those digital artists. You make a line and then they quickly undo it. That went too far. I should just move in baby steps. Baby steps, baby. Is that what I want? I'm almost there. A little more. I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, so the purpose of this color is just so I can kind of see where I'm painting here. So this is going to become the mask, and then we're going to put our color. Our color is just going to go all over that. But this will be the mask. So let's come back to here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag it back behind this. It looks weird because that's the metallic adding to the color. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I should put a metallic layer in here. Do I got a metallic layer in here? I do not. I'm going to do that. I'm going to set up metallic. But then it's going to block stuff. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. For right now, we're going to turn that off. Okay. Just going to add the colors. Let's put in another paint layer here for colors. Let's take a look at, basically I'm just going to put a blob of white in here. Then I'm going to sample this blue color and do a light version and a dark version. We'll put that in, actually I'll do the light version, the dark version, and then we'll put a big blob in the middle, and then we'll filter that. We'll smooth that out with a filter. Up. I'm going to stick that over on screen too so I can kind of sample it. Over here. I don't want you anymore. Kardashians? I have no idea. I don't follow them as well as you do. You go away. I have the hardest time. And there's my color. Okay, I think we're good. So we're going to, it's kind of, I'm going to pop the saturation on this a little bit, I think. I think that'll be my base. And then I'm going to use this for the really light color that we're going to put down into here. Actually, if I do this, I'm going to put that really light. You are too harsh, aren't you? All right, so we're just going to pop that light color right there. And I'm going to do a little darker color there. Chris, you got to run downtown for a few minutes. You're going to miss the last bit of... All right. Hey, thanks for being here, Charles. Everybody, make sure you catch CS Bond. We may be trying to co-stream come, whatchamacallit, Monday. We'll see how that works out. I have no idea how to do the co-streaming thing, but we'll see. I'm going to put that there. Let's go jump over to the dark blue, and we're going to just put that out here. Bring that up around, maybe like that. Maybe I'll bring you up around here, like that. That's too far. I think that's good. You know what? We'll pop back into here, and then I can just put a little spot of that light in there. You know, this other light color, I don't like. I think that might be okay. It looks like a hot mess right now because we will be tweaking. Why don't you look round? Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. Put a little touch of that down there. I'm just going to blur this up, save it out. We'll see how it looks when we get it over into DAZ. So I'm going to put a blur on here. Maybe not that much of a blur. I think somewhere in there, but I got to touch it up because my blur is not getting far enough out on the lines now. Make sure that that comes out here. And make sure that I think that's far enough. Only it looks a little. Now I want to punch up that light color once again, just to. All right, probably good. I'm going to adjust this to match one of these colors. I'm in the wrong thing. Let's try this. That's better. All right, let's save this out, see how it works. Control Shift E. I'm going to use my 2-channel makeup. I'm going to export that. I'm going to export that. I tried exporting it and it decided to do a save instead. Refresh. There we go. Call you Eyeshadow 05. I'm going to call you right here. No. Oh, I got it. I didn't save my mask. Damn it. Got this. Stop that. I have to come over here and I have to turn that off. That's right. There we go. Here's my refresh. Ah. There it is. There it is. Okay, Eyeshadow 05. Oh, did that come out right? That did. That's because I named my. There we go. We're good. Dang it. Okay, let's grab these. Come back over to here. Set this up for the blue now. All right, so we're going to do base color first. Layered image editor. I'm not getting to the lip. All right, let's add an image layer. Yep. Here's my blue. I just add a mask to this. One of you says 5. Probably going to vanish. Then I have to toggle in and out. That's too harsh. I'm going to blur that mask. Yeah, I don't have a blur layer on there. I should add a Filter. Blur. I think that's going to look much better. All right. Once again. Try this. Change you to eyeshadow 05. Bam. There we go. I think if I just paste this, it should complain. Yep, there we go. Are you going to refresh? If I tell you to refresh, will you refresh? No. I still have to do this one, so we'll set this up. We'll have to set it up for the translucency color too, because that'll get blended into the base color. Add an image layer. Space again. Add our mask. 05. I'm gonna do that thing where it vanishes, and I have to toggle in and out to get it again. Let's see if this refreshes it. You don't look any smoother. Control R. Let's see how it looked when we render. I don't believe the preview. I don't know. It's not too bad. Maybe blur it a little bit more. See how that looks? Oceans would automatically refresh. Some days it does, some days it doesn't. This is one of those days where it's decided that, nah, bro, he ain't refreshing for you now. All right, is good. Got that. Paste it over here. Stop that. Re-render and see if it pulls it in right. It's an LIE. I think it has to regenerate. Cancel that. So I think I have to do. Every time I do this, it generates the map into the temp folder. So I have to come in here. Does it then regenerate? You, of course, vanished off into the distance. There you are. And then if I accept this, does this get any blurrier? Oh, that got too blurry now. Damn it. I overshot the mark. Well, I don't know. Let's take a look. So if I make changes to those maps, you actually have to go back into the layered image editor to kind of force it to refresh them. Actually, that's not too bad. I think I can live with that. I think the next steps. I'm not getting to the lips today because it's just about 4 o'clock now. I do have the eyeliner, so let's put a little bit of eyeliner on here. And then I'm going to have to kind of figure out how I want to. Like I said, I think I'm going to use a geoshell for glitter effects on the eyes. I do want shimmers and glimmers. And unfortunately, I need to be able to use glossy roughness and metallicity. If we take a look at this, cancel render, yes. So if we take a look at the base figure here, that's 0. So no matter what I put in here, it won't show up unless we change the style. A layered image editor won't change that. Also glossy roughness. I think, where's glossy roughness? Right there. That glossy roughness is set to 0. Why are you set to 0? Are you set to 1? You're set to 0. Oh, glossy layer weight set to 0 too. I might have to tweak glossy layer weight and glossy roughness and use maps on those. Anywho, yeah, let me save this. Then we're going to call it a day. So I'm going to make this 05. I'm getting better at setting these up though. Going to be a layered image editor preset. I'll make you 05 for today. Save that. I'm going to take a quick peek in here and see if it's got my reflection and translucency, and I'm going to accept that. Pop back over here to Substance Painter. I'm going to hit save on this. I'm going to look for a happy raid target and call it a day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the people on YouTube. Thank you people on Twitch. So people on Twitch, hang around. We're going to raid. People on YouTube, you're not raiding with us, but you can stick around for a little bit. What am I doing? I have not closed Substance Painter. Close Substance Painter. We will be back tonight, by the way. It is Saturday, 8 p.m. tonight. It's the Saturday Night Social. It's an art share. It's a Discord chat. It's an old cartoon. Feel free to drop stuff in the gallery in the Discord, and then we will share it tonight. And yeah, and we'll be back at 8, and then we'll be back Monday, and maybe it's going to be a co-stream Monday. You might be blessed with the awesomeness that is Charles Bond II. I assume that's why he's got a 2 in his name. Anyhow, let's do this. Let's do the raidy thing. Let's find somebody to go say hi to and call it a day. ZBrush is still open. Bye-bye, ZBrush. I'm heading over to my Twitch. Come over to mod view. Once again, Irumakin, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, man. And DJ Ray's offline. Oh no. Guess we can't raid him. Supreme Doom's on. Maybe we'll go over and say hi to one of our crafty friends, Supreme Doom. I think that is... I'm just double checking and making sure there's not an art friend that's way down on the list. So I think it is DJ Stulu is on. You should go check them out, but we're going to go raid Supreme Doom, a good friend of ours. She and a crafty collection are a whole bunch of good Canadians, as opposed to us evil Americans. That's right, I'm a commie. I hate myself. Anyhow, check out our friend DJ Stulu here. I hope you all have a good rest of us. If I don't see you tonight, I hope you have a good rest of a Saturday or Sunday. And let me see, Supreme Doom. Here's where we're heading. So if you get left behind somehow, feel free to check us out over at Supreme Dooms. So let's do this. Hey, we have raid calls. If you're not a subscriber, you can use this raid call. If you are a sub, you can use the sub raid call. And let's start the raid and go over and say hi to Supreme Doom. Alrighty, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Raid has been started. 7 viewers, 9 viewers, 8 viewers, and I can raid now. Anyway, thank you all. Hope to catch you later. Hasta la vista, baby.